From Axel International, this is Axel News, a show which features extra large happenings in science, sports, and arts, with Axel Pendergat at the Axel Center in Atlanta. Welcome to Axel News, where every happening is extra large in controversy and wisdom. Coming up in this edition, in the field of psychology, Lindsay Manuel's controversial stages of influence gains recognition and criticism from different psychologists. First, from the Philippines to Atlanta, we have here with us Lindsay Manuel on the show. Thank you, Axel, for having me in your new show. Our pleasure, Lindsay. Now, I just want to say that I have been keeping an eye on your studies and theories lately, but this one, your stages of influence, is quite a controversial one, you can say. Yes, it had gained criticisms and praises lately by different psychologists and colleagues, which of course what you will expect because psychology is a competitive field. Now, for those of you who are not familiar, the stages of influence, a paper which describes what part or who are the people who influenced us the most in different stages of our lives. The first stage from my theory, which I call the FIASCO theory, is the familial stage. Now, during the first years of our lives, we bond the most with those who we see every day, our family, because they are the ones who reside in the same home that we do. Most commonly, they are our mother, father, siblings, or if you have extended members who also live in the same home, we are the closest to them, and they are the ones who influence us the most during the beginning of our lives because we see them every day and we have direct interactions with them every day. Well, can I ask, who inspired you in this stage? Like, what is your inspiration when you decided that this is it? This will be the first stage of my theory. A starting point for mine, it would be Erik Erikson's stage 1 of psychosocial development, basic trust and mistrust. Okay, now moving on to the second stage. Now, in the second stage, we develop our relationships outside of the family and its members. We start to build relationships with young people of our own age, our playmates, if you will. However, we are still close to our family. I actually don't have questions for this one. Can we have the third and fourth next? Now, the third, this happens during what many would call our rebellious years, or teenage years, if you will. We are now closer to our friends or circle of friends than we are to our family. In this stage, we spend more time with friends or outside rather than with family at home. This is what I call the ally stage after the familial stage, and the initial friend stage. Now, in my fourth stage, why did I call this the saving stage? It's because after our rebellious years, we slowly come to realize that how we acted was somehow careless and disrespectful in a sense. We are still connected to some of our friends or friends groups. Only this time, the bonding time is less because we have to prepare for adulthood. Now, I think this is something we can really relate on, because we remember our rebellious years all too well. Well, and just sort of kind of feeling bad about it after a couple of years. Yes, I agree. It's just really something that we go through as teenagers. Now, this next one, the child or children stage. Not everybody goes into this stage because not everyone has a plan to build his or her own family. But this is the time wherein we are now starting to have children or get married or be independent. And instead of just you as a parent influencing your children, the process actually happens both ways. You influence your wife or husband or children or child, and in turn, they influence you back. Now, the last stage to seal your fiasco theory. The last and final stage is the emptiness stage. When your child or children start their own lives as persons of their own, and they leave your home, that's why it's called emptiness. It's either we feel sad, proud, or a combination of both. We either feel like we have done enough in our life, or we spend our time on influencing others by being active in the community. And there you have it. Once again, Lindsay Manuel, all the way from the Philippines to Atlanta, just for this special interview.